I've read the charges. I don't need to tell you that they are the most foolish charges. Anybody who had designed those charges ought to be purged from the police. He should not be a lawyer. When we went before the judge 2 days ago, downstairs, to ask for my passport, he said there's no urgency in requesting for my passport. He's a vacation judge. But you can see another vacation judge. There are only 2 vacation judges in this court. They are not handling any other case but Showore's cases. These guys will be defeated and disgraced. It's just a matter of time. I've made myself available to answer to all their charges, but I also made myself available to throw my life on the line to ensure that my convictions are not tampered with. The most inept, frivolous, the most adequately stupid charge. And if it is not carried by the IG, it might be the DSS.
The instant charge today is an example of such an abuse of prosecutorial powers. Section 174 sub 3 of the Constitution stipulates that any charge to be filed in court must be in compliance with equity and the interest of justice. This particular requirement of Section 174.3 is lacking in the charge that was filed by the IG.
If Omoyele Sowore had worked in conjunction with any other press platform, the same way they were brought that press platform to court today, and we are saying that the press have a role to play. There is no crime in this matter.
Filing a suit against this man, that's a lot of armed robbers and criminals within themselves. None of them will be charged to court. Rather than they give their vacation to abroad. We are here to die. The retired police officer, we are here. They have been sending agency, DG, that be going all around in the name of how they can compromise, but we have already said no.
Form of formal or informal meeting with the IGP.
You don't meet with oppressors.
So, and that angered the IGP, that who is Sowore to say he will not come and meet with him.
Who is the IGP?
I also want you to know that I did not reject a meeting with him because I feel that it's inconvenient. But the moment I meet with him, I would have legalized his position as the subsisting IGP of police. I do not believe, and I've stated it publicly, and he has filed a charge against me before another judge in this court that I called him an illegal IG. They seized my passport based upon that. When we went before the judge 2 days ago, downstairs, to ask for my passport, he said there's no urgency in requesting for my passport. He's a vacation judge. But you can see another vacation judge. There are only 2 vacation judges in this court. They are not handling any other case but Showore's cases. They gave short adjournments, but the judge downstairs says it's not urgent to give you your passport. But the one here says it is urgent to try you for an offense that does not even exist. I've read the charges. I don't need to tell you that they are the most foolish charges. Anybody who had designed those charges ought to be purged from the police. He should not be a lawyer. It's not worth the certificate that he got from the law school. But it doesn't matter. When you are dealing with kangaroo systems, charges will stick, whether they are written by mechanics or lawyers. That is how these systems are designed. I also want to inform people here, this is the 4th time I've been charged by the same police force in the last 3 or 4 years. During Buhari's time, Buhari charged me for cyber crime. We had to come and withdraw it, and treason. Under this Egbetokun, this is the 3rd charge. There's another one subsisting over calling him illegal IG. There's a subsisting charge. The FCT command filed on behalf of Neduwoko that we haven't even reached arraignment, and it's been existing since 2022. And I'm sure, so that you know, that they are planning another charge because they also came here yesterday to request to have my bank accounts given to the IGP. There is no reason to give my bank accounts to the IGP, but you know, there is a Yoruba saying that the flies are feasting on the wound of a madman. When the madman starts eating the flies, nobody should say he's mad. started in 1989 when I arrived at the University of Lagos as a freshman. And incidentally, it was the same year the current IGP of police entered the police force. So I think his orientation must have been about me. But it is because over these years, some 35 to 36 years now, I have vehemently opposed bad governance. I vehemently oppose any traditional corruption in our system, oppression, and the violation of the the dignity and the rights of our people. That is simply the reason. So they placed a target on my back since then. And everybody just would come and fulfill their own part of the bargain, which is to persecute, to harass, intimidate, and torture me. And that is the continuation that you saw today. And as it is typical, whenever I appear in these cases, the excuses keep flowing. Oh, we have never been able to serve. We don't know where the witnesses are. We don't have our paperwork. The height of it, of course, was in 2019 when I was charged for treason, which typically carried a death penalty by the Buhari regime, the now extinct Buhari regime. So I'm just explaining to those who might have just heard about this for the first time that this persecution is historical. And today we are only witnessing that history. But I can guarantee you that these guys will be defeated and disgraced. It's just a matter of time. I've made myself available to answer to all their charges, but I also made myself available to throw my life on the line to ensure that my convictions are not tampered with, and that nobody in this country is subjected to this level of degradation that we have had to go through. The issues shouldn't have been me. The issue should have been how to secure the country, Nigeria, in a time of insecurity. It should have been about fighting hunger and starvation. It should have been about dignity of workers. There's a lot of problems, including some 200 people were killed in Benue a few weeks ago. The president traveled there. Those who were arrested have not even been brought before a vacation judge yet. But because I stood on the side of serving and retired policemen, led them in a protest, these charges were brought against me. So, just so that I can make your work easy, there will be more, and I'm always ready. So, you just have to wait for the date and find out when next Sowore will be charged for another bogus, foolish, the most inept, frivolous, the most adequately stupid charge. And if it is not carried by the IG, it might be the DSS, it might be the civil defense, Boy Scout, anybody can charge me for Boys Brigade. Or maybe there are even vigilantes, yes, that have been. But on a serious note, we remain committed to that cause of revolution. Revolution now.
The instant charge today is an example of such an abuse of prosecutorial powers. Section 174, sub 3 of the Constitution stipulates that any charge to be filed in court must be in compliance with equity and the interest of justice. This particular requirement of Section 174.3 is lacking in the charge that was filed by the IG. This is a clear attempt at scuttling and shrinking the civic space in Nigeria. We join Nigerians all over the world to condemn this instant charge as a misfit, as a misuse, as an abuse of power. And we have asked the court to quash the charge. There is even no need by a plethora of authorities decided by Nigerian Supreme Court. There is no basis for entering a plea in a defective charge as what we have in court today. And we have informed the court that we are not going to take any plea on this inherently defective charge. These charges, as they are presently constituted, must be quashed. The court must throw away the charge without wasting further the Nigerian taxpayers' money. And we have also enjoined the judge, because the police regulations and acts, which is the Bible of the Nigerian police force and its officers today, clearly prohibits and recommends that an officer who uses the instrumentalities of his office to pursue and prosecute personal grievances, that such an officer must be recommended to the appropriate authority for sanction, because such an act is an act of indiscipline that violates the police code. So we are urging the court to mandate the lawyer of the police force, who is also a police officer, to recommend to the appropriate authority, to recommend that Fola Kuti, Yemisi Kuti, the IG and other officers in the police force who have abused these particular provisions that we have accentuated in the charge, that such officers must be recommended for appropriate disciplinary actions. This is what we're asking the court, and this is what the law requires of his lordship.
Investigation comes in from the press and all of us. And I am telling you, as a matter of fact, and as a matter of history, that the struggle between power and liberty is what you are seeing today in this kind of charge. The allegations of forging police wireless message, we have to examine it. Let us examine it as citizens. Police wireless message, what the police are after is not whether a substantive crime has been committed, but because they believed an internal document of the police was able to escape their custody, and it was able to get to the public before they knew it. And they Sahara reporters, if Omoyele Sowore had worked in conjunction with any other press platform like Channels, AIT, TVC, Premium Times, the same way they were brought that press platform to court today. And we are saying that the press have a role to play. There is no crime in this matter. There is no crime. There is no crime. When they have brought this matter before a vacation, what is the urgency in bringing this matter before a vacation judge?
And nobody will intimidate him. Let me refer to our former president, Olusegun Obasanjo. He says that if head rotten, the body becomes what? Useless.
Wasting taxpayers' money.
Now, I'm still referring another issue again from former governor of Lagos State, Michael Omotosho. He says that if you are fighting for a cause and we are not ready to die on the cause, if need be, we are not serious. Let the message go to the general police that they will not leave him alone. We are strongly behind him. Filing a suit against this man, that's a lot of armed robbers and criminals within themselves, none of them will be charged to court. Rather than they give their vacation to abroad, we are here to die. The retired police officer, we are here. They have been sending agency, DG, that be going all around in the name of how they can compromise, but we have already said no. What we needed is that police must get out of CPS.
No going back.
No going back. What police today are standing is that we needed PPB, Police Pension Board. No cheating. You can't work for 35 years, then they'll pay you 1 million naira. Me, I'm from River State. If now they pay me 1 million naira, can it take my family and I to my village? I'm an important man by tribe. I'm from River State. So no is no. And we continue maintaining our stand. Even if they will kill him, all of us will die together with him. That's my message to the federal government.